Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again. Good to be continuing a single player playthrough on 1.1. But first, it is Saturday. That's right, Saturday again. I know. It's supposed to be Friday, but it's Saturday. So hopefully y'all having yourselves a great weekend so far. And I hope to see you back here on Monday as well. Just kind of getting on into it here. If you went to last time, we had gotten all the rest of the resources going to the fuel plant. The only thing obviously we don't have is the power shard factory. We did put in a couple thousand power shards, and I did make a whole crap load of ionized fuel. I cannot believe it made that much just with so little power shards, so I'm pretty happy about that. Got our storages and our train stations completely backed up and full, which is amazing as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got done was the resources. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. Alrighty then, and here we are. So yeah, why not Friday? Why Saturday again? Well, it's starting to be a pretty busy summer. Obviously, it's very, very warm outside. I'm trying to get a lot of projects done during the summertime because I'm in one of those places where during the summertime we're averaging about anywhere between 90 to 105, maybe 110 some days, especially during the month of July, and that's coming up very soon. It's going to be very, very hot. But yeah, with those warm days, we're trying to get a lot of projects done during the summertime as well. Sorry, I should be moving. And whatnot. So we're getting that all done and getting those projects done and whatnot. But yeah. So that's cutting into recording time and things are getting busy and whatnot. So that's the reason why. Just sometimes I'm not going to be available, especially on weekends. It's going to be very, very busy because we have all day on Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do stuff. But my goal is to put out one video a day. So no matter what it is, we're going to at least put out something every single day. That is my goal. So that's why I got so many videos. That's why I've got damn near 2,000 videos on my channel. And I've only been doing YouTube for about 2.5 years so far. So, we're getting there. But yeah, like I said, last time we had gotten all the resources coming in, except for obviously we're not in phase 5, so we don't have a factory making power shards yet. Haven't been to phase 5 yet, so excited to get into that. But yeah, that allowed us to make a whole bunch of ionized fuel. Now we are out of power shards again, of course. I got some power shards on me in my inventory, but I'm saving those because I am my stock's a little bit low. I do have 500 in the dimensional depot again, but I knew the rough number of how many I had in storage. Using the whole summer sloop machine to turn slugs into power shards, using that to double my power shard output, or double the amount of power shards I get per slug. Really helped out, and I managed with several thousand. I didn't know what to do with them, and now we know what to do with them. Turn them into ionized fuel. But this is really cool. I have never put ionized fuel inside of a storage container yet. That's so cool. I like it. Really, really nice. So I finally get to discover that after 1.1 or 1.0 has been out for so long, and I have yet to be a phase 5 yet. All right, so what's the plans for the day? Well, the plans for today, we got one plan for today so far, and that is we need to correct the fuel factory over here, the little power plant. We need to hop on a train. See if I can get a train going over there. I mean, this train, that train will definitely be heading this way. We don't got to go very far, but there's a little bit of lag. And something I noticed too is when I was building the rest of the resources, when we were getting nitrogen gas and sulfur last time, I didn't have a single issue with any crashes. And as soon as I come over to my power plant, I start building pipes because I needed to do an underground storage for nitrogen gas because there was not enough in between loads. As soon as I did that, as soon as I start building pipes over there, I start crashing again. It's like, okay. That's so funny. But yeah, this is the power plant I'm talking about. This is going to be our little one for now. until we build the mega one, which we need to build to fix power. We also need to build a packaging plant, That'll be the plans for next week. I don't think we're going to get too far into the packing plant today, but we'll see. But yeah, this right here, this train station needs to be transferred over. And now this, so once this train offloads this, because I can't stop it while it's in. Actually, I can stop it. Well, I'm gonna let it drop it off first, because we need to keep that stuff going for right now. Once it gets going, okay. Turn off self-driving. We need to transport that, or we need to make this train station into a rocket fuel, dropping off rocket fuel, because we're no longer going to be dropping off heavy oil. We're going to leave the pipes as they are with the pumps and everything. But yeah, we're going to bypass this whole system. What I might do is I might like get rid of these and then put another storage in here to try and suck up some more of that. So like this. Can I do that? There we go. Oh, we can kind of drain out some of the train station, because I need to kind of be quick here. We need to go a little bit fast. Reconnect these. But at the same time, we also need to use the rest of the heavy oil, and then we need to transfer it over to rocket fuel really quickly. So what I probably should do, before we get too much further, and I should have done it before I left, is let's take this train. Let's go ahead and let's see how much is in these. These are, oh, this one's damn near empty. It's fine. Let's go ahead and flush these. Flush. There's not very much left in them anyway. Flush. No! What? Why did it do that? That was weird. I must have clicked off the thing. Oh, somebody told me about a little trick. I'll show you guys that little trick in a minute. What is happening right now? Did you guys see that? Anybody else see that? I'm not crazy, right? No. Crazy. Are you kidding? Okay. And we can change the name later. But yeah, while those are going, and in fact, I'm going to even do this. I think this is the one with summer sloop in it. Yeah. I've got a bunch of summer sloops. What I'm going to do, just temporarily summer sloop these, because it's going to double. It's going to duplicate our output for fuel. That way the heavy oil will go a little bit longer. Because this is our only major power plant right now, and we are in trouble if this runs out of power. Getting everything restarted and fixing all the train issues again, I am not doing, if I can avoid it, because good lord, that is insane. Yeah, I believe rocket fuel was regular fuel plus the red stripe, because it's mostly yellow anyway, at least according to what it looks like. The rocket fuel, or the ionized fuel, is definitely better. Oh, you know what? The ionized fuel is definitely better. Well, I'm not making that, though. That's the thing. How much? Oh, no, it should be better. No, we should be fine. Yeah, but yeah, we need to be a little bit quick here. I gotta go pick up a load of rocket fuel, because we're going to transfer that over to a rocket fuel facility. A rocket fuel plant. Or rocket fuel receiving train station. There we go. Look, it's the weekend, okay? Yeah, so we're probably, like I said, we're not going to get anything done today. I will straight up tell you that there is not going to be anything getting done hardly at all. That's just how it goes. And I know some of you are just like, oh, some of your episodes, you never get anything done. It's like, I know. Ooh, it's a little... When you get up here, man, it gets laggy. Right, we need to go left immediately. We need to go past this is our turbo fuel. And this one is our rocket fuel. And the reason I'm doing rocket fuel is because I can actually make rocket fuel without any input. The ionized fuel, I got to put power shards in order to make it right now. So let's see. This is going to be let me go. I got places to be. Meep, meep. Oh, the sounds are playing again. I really wish there was first-person mode. That'd be amazing if we could have first-person mode. I'd really, really love that. Okay, hopefully there's no trains coming. Okay, no. I thought we were a lot closer to that train. I just hope he doesn't stop at the intersection. Just don't stop at the intersection. Just keep going. Okay? He's stopping at the intersection. No! Okay, no, he's going. Good. I don't want to run into you. I'm going as fast as I can without causing any accident here. Alrighty. Left we go. On your right. I'm gonna miss it. Brakes! All the brakes. I'm holding back and braking because you brake faster. That's another little tip about trains that nobody really either talks about or doesn't know or whatever. Is the train will actually stop faster when you start braking with the space bar. Then after you start doing that, hit the S key and hold them both down, and you will stop faster because your train is trying to go into reverse at the same time, so it slows it down. Don't do that in real life, but you know, in the game it's fine. In real life, you do not want to do something like that. I don't think that'd be very good. Alrighty. How else do I want to do this? Because there's our fuel lines right there. We need to run these fuel lines all the way down to get this hooked up to the train station, so we get these things switched over to rocket fuel. Yeah, because all of these heavy oil pipes are going to go into... You know, I might leave the consolidation storage and then just run 3 pipes. Leave it all like it is, but then just run 3 pipes and just push them over here because all of these are going to be gone. So yeah, we'll have to wait for all that though. Alrighty, so now I finally got all of that cleaned up. We got all the train stations out of here. We got everything sunk to get it, you know, just to get rid of it. The only thing that's left is this. I've repainted everything, somewhat reorganized down here. I say somewhat. The pipes are still the same on this side, but everything else is gone, as you can see. But everything's been repainted. Yep, everything else is gone. So the pipes just make this little U-turn to get into the pumps here. I'm not going to redo that. I don't know what's with all these connectors. I don't remember why I did that 100%. Whatever. But yeah, all the train stations are gone. Got everything sunk. Now we have a new shelf for another line of generators. We might even have enough shelf for 2 lines of generators. That's what it's looking like. It's 2 lines of generators. But if we do 2 lines of generators, that does mean that where we did the consolidation storage, we're going to have to redo. But at the same time, we get these lined up. It's like at the same time, that would increase our power usage. But also at the same time, I don't know how much fuel I'm actually making with this train station. Because we're not using the entire fuel factory making rocket fuel to turn into making this. So we need to take a trip back over here. Just real quick. And see how much rocket fuel is actually being made. Yeah, this area, it's so laggy. But yeah, I think we'll get this up and going, and then we'll call that an episode. Because not only are we pushing that, but we're also pushing more power too. But yeah, I need to know how much fuel I'm making over here. This is the only one that's hooked up right now. And it's the only one receiving any of the connectors. It is making ×2. So we're making 600 rocket fuel per minute, which is one full pipeline. Okay. One full pipeline in making 600 rocket fuel. So now we need to go back over here and see how much we're actually taking. Because we're definitely not using it all, because this train station, or this train, only leaves... It's actually not even getting completely full either. Wonder why that is. Why is that train not getting full? Are we using the 600? We might be using the 600 per minute already. We have... What was it? 25, 50, 75? We got 75 of these. Oh, excuse me. A little bit exhausted. A little bit tired. Okay, so 10.42 times... I think there's 25 per line here. Let me get into a position. There we go. No! Dang it. Oh wait, why don't I just do this? I'm not gonna delete them. I'm using the game to count for me. That's only 10. Okay, so 10, 20, 30. Alright, so 30 times 10.42. 30 times 10.42. We're only using half of that. I'm wondering why that train station's not getting loaded then. Or that train's not getting loaded, because it should be... Oh, yeah, that is interesting. This very far one's not getting any fuel. There must be something wrong. Let me, I missed it. I'll catch it on the rebound. Catch it on the rebound. Got it. Yeah, we need to see what the heck's wrong. There's something wrong over there. I don't even know if I checked it, if the train was actually coming back full each time or not. I thought it was. It should have, yeah. I mean, it is loading from the front to the rear, but at the same time, that should be, I mean, well, I guess maybe the trip is too short. And maybe it's just emptying out each time. Oh my gosh, the lag over here. Sorry, I gotta put my camera low so that it doesn't start going crazy, because otherwise it lags even more. Yeah, we're making 600 per minute. So I need to see if the pipe that's delivering is flowing at 600 per minute. Which it should be. So this one here. Yeah, it is flowing at 600 per minute. And that one's just constantly empty. These are all constantly full, pretty much. Okay, so it's just too short of a distance. It's not real happy with it. Okay, that's all I needed to know. But it is flowing at 600 per minute, so... And we're only using half. And honestly, that should fill up. But then again, I did take from an empty train to a full train before. And it was leaving with 2 cars empty. Now it's leaving with... Or sorry, yeah, 2 cars that were completely empty. Now it's leaving with only one car empty, so the train is catching up. Maybe I should let it catch up. Well, I mean, we're going to be building the power plant anyway. So each line... Oh, I can't use my calculator here. Nah, I was a little too slow. Ah! I was hoping I could jump on that train. See, the FPS returns when I leave that area. That freaking fuel plant is so laggy, but it's so cool. But it's so laggy. But it's so cool. But it's so laggy. Alright. So 10.42 times 10. Not plus 10. Times 10. There we go. So 104. 104.2 per pipe. Okay, so if it's 104.2, we'll just say 105. 105 times 5, that's 525, and we're producing 600, so yeah, we can definitely make that happen. I don't know if I'm going to copy this format, though. I might put the pipes. But yeah, then it not only does it allow us to have 5 pipes, but it also allows us to have a bit more power. That'll be 20 more generators, and we'll be able to provide all the fuel for it. And also on top of that, we're going to be using a little bit of that heavy oil as well. Now, unfortunately, I am having issues with heavy oil at the moment. You know what I should have done? I should, you know, I can still do it. Get a second train pulling heavy oil over here, and then we just package and sink it for now. Because I'm not using all my heavy oil, so that's my issue there. Yeah, this has to be here. Okay. Yep. And then this next one has to be this way, unfortunately. We're still going to run 2 pipes, but we'll be able... I'm going to run the pipes actually above ground for this. This facility is going to get removed anyway. Okay, so these aren't perfectly next to each other. Oh, I see. I see what I did. Okay. So we're going to do that. And like I said, I'll just run the pipe above ground for now. It just makes it easier. Because there's a little bit of a network down there that I don't want to mess with. Okay, and these should all have... Yeah, these all have power shards in them. So, yeah. Just going to do that and then get these all connected to power. And then that should be... Or get these all connected via pipes, and then that should be good. Get these all placed down here. Yeah, and then that'll be using up a bunch of the rocket fuel that I'm producing at the moment. But yeah, we definitely got to fix the heavy oil issue. We're gonna have to put down our train. I'm gonna have to put down both those train stations again. Unfortunately, I thought we were gonna be done with that, but I need to bring packages over here, and I need to package that heavy oil. And I could do it at the plastic, the plastic and rubber factory, but I don't have any room, unfortunately, because I took up all that room with the full train station. But yeah, if I can get the train, if I can get the heavy oil trains back over here, or get the heavy oil train over here, running that one again, I'll have to put it back down because I deleted it. Well, no, I just repurposed it, but I'll have to put another one down. We'll call it temp fuel train and temp package train, and then we'll just package all the heavy oil that we bring in. We'll package it down. We'll package it down here. So I'll bring the heavy oil there, bring the packages back, and then yeah, that's going to be a little bit of work there. So let me get this. We'll get this done first, and then we'll work on that. Alrighty, so now we've got a decent amount of power going now with all of this. Look how much power we're generating. That's quite a bit. The boosters are up and over. I'm going to get rid of some of them, I think, because these are just artificially boosted power. People are like, no, don't. It's like, yes, we're going to do that. Because we are good for now, but I am going to get rid of a few of them. I'm just going to delete these. We're going to knock it down to half of what we just had here. Yeah, I just want the... We'll knock out 2 more, maybe. That'll do. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, I need to get down to what I'm actually producing here. The boosters are helping, but yeah, I don't want to have to use these necessarily. Because they are a little cheaty. I will admit, they're a little cheaty. Let's knock them down some more. I might get rid of them all, actually. Because we're producing a decent amount of power now, so it should be good. And we're no longer reliant on heavy oil, necessarily, so. Yeah, you can see we're down below that point. So we're producing, I mean, we're still boosted. But yeah, we'll have a couple. You know, I'll put down 2. How's that? We'll put down 2 boosters. That'll get us up and over, and people will be happy again. Right, so what is it here? And there. Okay, just a couple of boosters. Wait for that autosave. Oh, whoops, I missed. There we go. So yeah, we're now, okay. We're actually pretty safe levels right now, so we'll leave that there. But yeah, this is very much a temporary facility. I did get carried away a little bit building, so... I mean, we're getting pretty close to the end of our episode anyway, so it's like... I'm actually glad I did. But I did get a little bit carried away. I need 32... Actually, I need 33 of these suckers packaging heavy oil. Because, yeah, we're only... You know how much heavy oil we're using to produce all that rocket fuel? 150 a minute. To produce 600 rocket fuel, we're only using 150 heavy oil a minute. How ridiculous is that? That is insane. So yeah, our heavy oil is severely backed up in the plastic and rubber factory. So yeah, we need to package all this. We're gonna need, I think we're gonna need 4 pipes, if not all 5, to make this happen. So yeah, we're gonna build us a little packaging facility. This is all temporary, just until we can get both of our packaging facility. We can get our packaging facility up and going, as well as we can get like a permanent one, as well as we can get our power plant up and going as well. The one with the 240 generators. 240 generators at 250% overclocked. That'll use up most of our heavy oil. But that's also on ionized fuel, so we got to be very careful with that. We're gonna have to run it. We're probably gonna have to run it off of rocket fuel for a little bit. So a lot of the generators, some of the generators are going to be offline. Unfortunately. Yeah, what I might have to do is temporarily divert all the rocket fuel. I mean, what we could do is we could build it, and then once we have a facility making power shards, then go in and get her done. Did I connect these yet? Oops. I did connect these, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. are you connecting to? Oh, you're connecting over here. Okay. I see, I see. Yeah, I just did this. Sorry. I tend to get focused on something else while I'm building, and I lose my place. But yeah, oh, also I wanted to say, yeah, a little bit of apologies for this episode going out on a Saturday. And it just happens sometimes. Well, recently anyway. And again, as I've said before, I'm not going to say it's not going to happen again, because it's more than likely going to happen again. I mean, the way everything's shaping up this summer and whatnot. Yeah. Just move my mic a little bit closer to me. I tell you though, I am enjoying this mic. This mic is so good, and I've slowly tweaked it over the last week, trying to get it down to the levels that I like it. Because when I first started, it was a little bit too loud. People were like, "Oh, your mic sounds fine." It's like, yeah, but when I'm editing, it just sounds so loud. It's like I need to tone it down a little bit. So I toned it down a little bit, and it still is a little bit loud. Toned it down some more, and now it seems to be. It does seem to be at pretty decent levels now, and when I'm talking and stuff, it seems to be mostly consistent. It's only when I get away from the mic, because this is one of those mics that you gotta kind of be up on it. And the reason that I have that is because these type of mics, even though you kind of gotta be up on them, they do cut out a lot of background noise. You guys, you know, we're always hearing my freaking keyboard and everything. I mean, you probably hear it a little bit while I'm talking and stuff, but it doesn't seem to be all that horrible anymore. Okay, so 75 heavy oil residue per line. I've got 10 per. Okay, so that should do. So we're gonna need 3 sinks. All right. This is just to get rid of the heavy oil for now, because we're not using all of it at the moment. Until we get a factory to make power shards, or we end up with another, like, if we end up like, say, like 20,000-30,000 power shards somehow, you know, then yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to make ionized fuel, not for very long. It's going to run out real fast because we're using 2,000 fuel. We are burning 2,000 fuel a minute. So we need a power shard facility to be up and running in order for that to happen. However, by doing this, we have added 20 generators to our power supply. So that's quite a bit overhead, and we can always add those. We can always add these back in and get them up and going again. We can always re-add those, which I might for now, because now that I get to thinking about it, it's like, yeah, maybe we do need to get that up and going. But yeah, let me get the rest of this connected and belted, and we'll get these, because I know, like I said, we're at the end of our episode, so we'll get the rest of this, the rest of these sinks in place so we can sink it and whatnot, get it going. I might have to, yeah, I'm going to put the sinks all the way down here. I don't think it's going to let me, it's not going to let me put it there. Oh. Okay, so I have to put it like this. So if I bring this to here, that's where the other one's at. Eh, that's not too bad. We got plenty of room. Alright, there's our 3 sinks that we need for each, because each one of these is pushing out 75 barrels each. That's 75 times 10, that's 750. The belt's 780, so perfect. And we'll just sink it all, as long as these can work fast enough. I've already got 2 trains bringing in my heavy oil and my packages. Why is this train mostly empty? Oh, it's because I got rid of all the packages, and then now I've emptied that train station over at the packaging facility, so it's going to take a minute. I might have to go over and temporarily boost the packaging facility, because we need how many packages per minute to make this happen? We need 75 times 30. That's 2,250 packages per minute we're going to have to do. That's a lot. So yeah, I'm going to have to temporarily boost the packaging facility as well. So yeah, let me get that all done and then we'll call that an episode, I think. Alrighty, and to round us off here, we do have the barrels being made. I did not hook up the power because I specifically wanted the tanks to become full, and I let that all kind of fill up and everything like that while I was out fixing the canister plant. So the canister factory now makes, what did I do? It was 600 times 8 machines, 4,800. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. Whoopsie. That's a little too many. Well, what I did was I made the canister machine like fully overclocked, which takes 75 plastic to do 150. And I threw a somersault in. No, it is. No, it is. It is correct. It is 300. Okay, yeah, that's right. It goes from 150 to 300. Sorry, I was being stupid there. So yeah, it is 2,400, which we needed 22. What was it? 2275 or 22 something, 25 or something like that packages. It's okay if we deliver more packages than we need. I am plenty fine with that. I forgot. Not that I forgot. I was not going to hook these up to power. That's right. All right, so this is all temporary, so I really don't care how it looks. We're just hooking everything up. No, I missed. Damn it. Don't miss this time. There we go. And now we are... I'm going to upgrade that to Mark II so I can connect to it later if I need. We are now sinking most of that oil that we're getting. So we're sinking 75 times 30, which is 2,250. And then, yeah, we're not quite getting rid of all the heavy oil that we need to, but we are getting rid of quite a bit of it. So, yeah, so we're getting rid of most of this oil as it goes. Speaking of, let me switch to purple, I'm going to rename this train station real quick as well. So we're going to do temp. Yeah, temp heavy oil train. And what's the train coming down this way? I thought I heard another train. So temp heavy oil train. We're going to call this the temp. Wait for the autosave. Temp heavy oil packaging. And then same with this one, it'll be temp packages, because it's all temporary, of course. Then we'll go temp package train. Okay, good. And then it was unpainted, wasn't it? One more. Okay, perfect. But yeah, look at that. We're thinking so much. It's insane. But now we should be getting rid of a lot of that heavy oil. And in fact, I might go over here and actually flush all of these train stations. Just to make sure that we get rid of most of it. That way, because the plastic needs to keep flowing, obviously. We have other factories that need plastic. Well, plastic has got to keep flowing. I'm just going to put a couple of these down. It's because I just added that massive thing. I know what I said. But now I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll put them back. Should be able to, yeah. There, we'll put a few down for support, but I think that'll be as many as I put down. I don't know why that one was so far off. That was really weird. There she goes. Okay. So now that should have boosted. Yeah. So now our boosters are overdoing what we're over what we're actually needing. Okay. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, well with that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So once again, it is Saturday, so hopefully I'll have yourselves a great rest of your weekend, and I do hope to see you back here on Monday. Next week, is going to be where we start our packaging facility. We're going to do our packaging facility. I have a spot picked out for that. I'm actually going to build a small dock area for all of our trains to be in. That looks like it's a dock for water. We're going to put it over next to that ocean over that way. So I don't have an exact spot picked out over here, but somewhere along here I want to put, maybe we'll put it along here or something like that, you know, just along these islands, kind of take up some of this land. And then we'll put our packaging facility. The reason I'm going so far away is so that this fuel factory has time to actually, so the fuel plant actually has time to, not that one, the one that's over here somewhere, actually has time to refuel the train stations, and then we'll send it on down here, because we need to build this way anyway, but we'll send it on down here, and maybe I'll even put a marker. That way I remember. I think that's how you spell packaging. We'll just call it, packing plant. Dock. Area. Factory. It's a temporary marker somewhere. Packaging plant. Dock. I even spelled dock wrong. Spelled dock as in gaming with dock, not dock as in... There we go. Dock area factory thingy. Majig. I don't even know how to spell it. Magig. There we go. Alright. So that'll be next week. We'll get started on that. We'll get that one done, and then we need to do our massive power plant. Even though we're not going to use our massive power plant, it'd be a good idea to get it set up and ready to go. So we'll get that set up and going. Oops, did I miss? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. We'll get that set up and ready to go for our power plant, so when we're actually making the ionized fuel, we can do that. But for temporary purposes, we'll just stick with this. This is why I'm willing to do this. We'll stick with this for now, and as we continue on with our factories, and when we finally get to phase 5, then we can maybe we can even send some rocket fuel over there. Like I said, we can definitely redirect for rocket fuel. It just, we won't be able to use up all of those generators. We'll use up as many as we can, but then we can go back to making actual factories again, like all of our electronic factories over in the grasslands. So anyway, like I said though, with that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.